consider about there is a first example where the displacement of halogen is takes place. Give the nucleophilic substitution reaction of the furan pyrrole and the thiophene ring system. Suppose the reaction is carried out with the 2-bromo 5-nitro-furan. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the Ki in presence of the methyl alcohol that leads to the formation of this NO2 group is as it is the bad leaving group. Give the displacement of the bromine by the iodine. Consider the mechanism. Okay, consider the mechanism. In the first step, okay, though there is an A, iodine is the bad leaving group. Okay, the bad leaving group as it is the bad nucleophile. But due to the electron withdrawing group, the attack is easily takes place at the second position. Due to there is an resonance stabilization. Okay, due to the resonance stabilization, we can split up the nitro group like this. Okay, we can split up the nitro group. This is in conjugation at the second position. That gives the nucleophilic attack of the iodine is takes place at the second position. This is in conjugation. Whatever the negative charge is there, that negative charge is well stabilized by there is an A nitro group. Okay, the nitro group. What we get? We get the oxygen as it is. Here we having the bromine and the iodine attached at the second position. The double bond here. We are having the double bond N plus charge on the oxygen. Here we having the O minus. Okay. In the next step, though iodine is a good leaving group. Okay, though there is an A, iodine is the good leaving group. Okay, the iodine is the good leaving group, but there is an A, bromine is removed. Okay, the bromine is removed. If you remove the iodine, we can get the original compound again. Okay, but here there is an A iodine, there is an A bromine get removed. Okay, the bromine get removed instead of iodine. If the iodine get removed, we can get the original compound. Therefore, in this case, the bromine get removed. As the bromine get removed, gives the loss of Br minus. That leads to the formation of the 2-iodo-5-nitrofuran. That will be the final compound. Okay, we can obtain there is an A 2-iodo-5-nitro derivative. Okay, consider the similar example. Suppose the reaction is carried out with an A 2-bromo 2-carboxylic ester of furan having an ACOOCH thrice. Reaction is carried out with the sodium methoxide in presence of methanol at 100 degrees centigrade. We can leads to the formation of double bond OCH3 methoxy group at the second position, gives the nucleophilic substitution reaction. There is an A halogen get removed. Okay, the halogen get removed in this step. Okay, consider the mechanism. In the first step, the nucleophilic attack of the sodium methoxide takes place on the carbon atom which attached to the halogen. If we split up this, it is the OCH3 group. It is having the Na plus OCH3 minus, gives the nucleophilic attack on this carbon atom. This charge is well stabilized by the carbonyl group present at the second position. We can lead to the formation of the double bond. Here we having the OCH3 group, bromine group. Here we having the double bond. Okay, here we having the double bond O minus OCH3 group. Okay, the oxygen lone pair remains as it is. Next step is the reversal of polarity, gives the loss of bromine, give the displacement of halogen, that gives formation of the final compound. Okay, the straightforward nucleophilic substitution reaction. That leads to the formation of the final compound. Okay, do you understand up to this? That is about the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Are you completed this mechanism?
Yes, sir.
Okay, consider the next type of reaction. There is an irradical reactions. Consider the next type of reaction. About there is an radical reactions. Okay, consider about the radical reactions. Consider the first example. Suppose the reaction of furan. Okay, the reaction of furan is carried out with the diazonium salt. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the diazonium salt in presence of NaOH at 5 to 10 degrees centigrade. Gives an irradical substitution reaction that leads to the formation of the 2-para-chlorophenyl furan ring system. Okay, the 2-para-chlorophenyl furan ring system. Consider the mechanism. Okay, consider the mechanism. In the first step, if you give the diazonium salt, okay, the diazonium salt, it is having the N triple bond N, the plus charge on the central nitrogen, the Cl minus. Okay, just we can split up this diazonium salt. The reaction is carried out with the NaOH, okay, which is having the OH minus. That OH minus gives the nucleophilic attack on this nitrogen, neutralize the charge on the central nitrogen atom. What we get, the gives the diazonium salt, undergoes the nucleophilic addition. Here we get the N double bond N OH. Okay, N double bond N OH. This diazonium compound on heating at 5 to 10 degrees centigrade undergoes the cleavage. Okay, undergoes the homolytic cleavage, gives the formation of both the ends of the nitrogen atom are undergoes this cleavage. We can leads to the formation of the para-chlorophenyl radical. Okay, the para-chlorophenyl radical, the Cl plus there is a loss of nitrogen, plus we can get the hydroxy radical. Okay, the straightforward reaction. The diazonium salt undergoes the decomposition, gives the decomposition of the diazonium salt. Okay, both the ends of the nitrogen of the diazonium salt undergoes the cleavage. We can get the para-chlorophenyl radical, hydroxy radical, plus there is a loss of nitrogen. Okay, in the next step, this radical is interact with the furan ring system. Okay, the furan ring system. There is an a hydrogen, gives the hydroxy radical, interact with the this furan ring system. The abstraction of hydrogen is takes place adjacent to that of the heteroatom. We can get the furan radical. Okay, we can leads to the formation of the furan radical plus we can leads to the formation of the water molecule. Water molecule. In the next step, this furan radical, okay, the furan radical is interact with the para-chlorophenyl radical. Okay, this can interact with the para-chlorophenyl radical, gives the bond formation between these two carbon atoms that leads to the formation of this phenyl group remains as it is at the para position, that is the chlorine group, that will be the final compound. Is the diazonium salt, gives a nucleophilic attack of the NaOH. Okay, we can get the diazonium compound. The diazonium compound undergoes a thermal decomposition, gives the loss of nitrogen. Okay, plus we can get the two radicals. Okay, out of which the hydroxyl radical gives the abstraction of proton from the second position of furan, gives the loss of water molecule plus the furan radical. Okay, in the second step, this furan radical is interact with the para-chlorophenyl radical, gives the bond formation at the second position, that gives the final compound. Okay, that gives the final compound. Okay, consider the similar reaction. Or you understand this mechanism? Or you understand this mechanism? How there is a diazonium salt get react? समजलं की इथपर्यंत?
Yes.
Okay, consider the next example. The similar reaction. Okay, the similar reaction. VO2 reaction is carried out with an a thiophene ring system. Okay, we have to carry out the reaction with the thiophene ring system. Carry out the reaction with the thiophene. Okay, consider about the mechanism. Okay, consider the mechanism. What is the first step? There is a diazonium salt. Okay, the diazonium salt, we can split up the diazonium salt. It is having the N plus Cl minus, the NO2 group at the ortho position. Okay, next step, the reaction is carried out with the sodium acetate, having the COO minus Na plus in presence of the water. This acetate ion gives the nucleophilic attack on the diazonium salt, neutralize the charge on the nitrogen. We can lead to the formation of diazonium compound, which is having the N double bond N, OC double bond O, CS3. Okay, the nitro group at the ortho position. Okay, under there is a thermal decomposition. Okay, at the both ends of the nitrogen undergoes the homolytic cleavage. Okay, the homolytic cleavage, we can leads to the formation of the orthonitrophenyl radical. Plus there is a nitrogen get lost. Plus we can leads to the formation of the acetyl radical. Okay, we can leads to the formation of the acetyl radical. That is the first step, the formation of the radical. Okay, the first step is the formation of the radical. What is the second step? The second step, this acetyl radical gives the abstraction of proton adjacent to that of the heteroatom, which is stabilized by the resonance. Okay, we can leads to the formation of the thiophene radical at the second position. plus we can get the CH3 COOH. Okay, in next step, this orthonitrophenyl radical, okay, the orthonitrophenyl radical undergoes an A dimerization. Okay, this is the cleavage, thus gives the dimerization. As the dimerization takes place with an A thiophene radical, we can leads to the formation of the final compound. Gives a 2-nitro-2-orthonitrophenyl thiophene. Okay, this is the mechanism. The first is the diazonium salt. The reaction is carried out with the nucleophile, gives a nucleophilic addition. Next step is the diazo compound. The diazo compound undergoes the homolytic cleavage. We can give the loss of N2 nitrogen, plus there is an H2 radicals. Okay, in next step, that is an alkyl radical or the acetyl radical gives the obstruction of the hydrogen. Okay, from the second position, we can get the thiophene radical. Next step is the dimerization with the orthonitrophenyl radical that leads to the formation of the 2-orthonitrophenyl thiophene. That will be the final compound. Okay, is it complete?
Yes, sir.
Okay, consider the next point. Reactions of dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, consider the next point in this. Okay, the last point from this chapter about the reaction of the dibenzyl peroxide. The reactions of the dibenzyl peroxide. Consider the first reaction. Okay, consider the first reaction. Suppose the reaction of pyrrole and methyl pyrrole. The reaction is carried out with an A dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the dibenzyl peroxide in presence of benzene at the room temperature. Okay, at the room temperature, we can leads to the formation of the two compounds. Okay, we can leads to the formation of the two compounds. Gives an a monosubstituted derivative and the disubstituted derivative. Okay, gives an a two compounds, the monosubstituted derivative and the disubstituted derivative. Okay, the monosubstituted and the disubstituted derivative. Okay, consider the mechanism. In the first step, there is an a dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, this is the dibenzyl peroxide, or we can write down the PHCOO twice. The dibenzyl peroxide on heating, okay, on heating in presence of the benzene at room temperature, undergoes the homolytic cleavage of this weak oxygen-oxygen covalent bond. Oxygen-oxygen covalent bond. We can leads to the formation of the PHC double bond O radical plus OC double bond O PH radical. Okay, we can simply write it as a PHCOO radical, or this benzyl group. Okay, the benzyl group can be written as the BZO radical. Okay, this is the benzyl group. Okay, that gives the benzyl group, gives the BZO radical. Here we can give the formation of the two benzyl radicals. The benzyl radicals. Okay, consider the next step. Next step, the reaction is takes place with an a thiophene ring system. Sorry, there is an a N-methyl pyrrole. Okay, the N-methyl pyrrole. The reaction is takes place with an a benzyl radical. Okay, the reaction is takes place with the benzyl radical, gives the addition compound. Okay, gives an a addition compound. The first step is the addition. That radical is stabilized by the resonance. Okay, there is the two electron pair. Only one electron is take part in the. There is an a resonance. We can leads to the formation of the N1. There is an A1 electron is take part in the reaction. Okay, the resonance. Therefore, it gives the one positive charge. Double bond here. Here we having the methyl group. Okay, here we having the H O C double bond O pH. Okay, in the next step, the reaction is takes place with the next benzyl radical. Okay, the next benzyl radical that gives the abstraction of this hydrogen. Okay, gives the abstraction of hydrogen. In all these cases, only the one electron is take part in the reaction. Therefore, it is having the single-headed arrow. The single-headed arrow gives the reversal of polarity. Here we give the two electrons from the one electron from this one pi bond. This is from one pi bond. Again, the one electron is delocalized on the nitrogen. What is the overall process that leads to the formation of N H? Now nitrogen carries the two electron pair, double bond here, double bond here. We having the OCOPH, which is having the CH3 group, remains as it is. Okay, at the another side, what we get the PH C double bond O OH. Okay, that will be the final compound. Okay, that will be the final compound, just delocalization of the electrons. Okay, similar the reaction is takes place with the this compound. Again, there is an a benzyl radical is take part in the reaction. Okay, the benzyl radical is take part in the reaction. Okay, again there is an a addition. Okay, after the addition, okay, we can give the delocalization. Addition is takes place at the second position. Again, there is a displacement of the one electron. The one electron of the nitrogen take part in the reaction. Okay, what we get here, we can get the N one electron is take part in the reaction. We therefore we gives the radical cation, double bond here, double bond here. We are having the OCOPH here. This methyl group remains as it is. At the another side, which is having the hydrogen OC double bond O pH group. Okay, next step is the another benzyl radical. Okay, the benzyl radical gives the abstraction of this hydrogen. Gives the abstraction of this hydrogen. This sigma bond undergoes the cleavage, gives the reversal of polarity. The one electron shifting is takes place. Again, the nitrogen get its electron pair by the cleavage of this pi bond. What we get the finally, we get the loss of PHCOOH. At this step, we can get the two electron pairs on the nitrogen. This methyl group remains as it is. We can get the OCOPH. Here we get having the OCOPH. Okay, that is the disubstituted compound. That is the second compound can be obtained. Okay, the second compound can be obtained. Okay, the same simple straightforward reaction. The first step is the dibenzyl peroxide undergoes the cleavage. We can get the benzyl radical. In the benzyl radical, the first step is the addition. Gives the addition with the heteroatom. Electron pair is take part in the reaction. Next step is the elimination of hydrogen. Gives the reversal of polarity. Neutralize the charge on the heteroatom. Okay, we can get the loss of benzoic acid. Okay, here give the loss of benzoic acid. We can get the monosubstitute derivative. That monosubstitute derivative for the reaction is takes place at the another second position. Alpha position is available. Okay, again addition followed by the elimination. We can get the disubstituted compound. Are you understand up to this? समजलं का इथपर्यंत? Okay, consider the next example. Okay, consider the next example. Okay, consider the similar reaction. Suppose the reaction is carried out with the furan ring system. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the furan with an A dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the dibenzyl peroxide at 350 degrees centigrade for the 3 weeks. Okay, for the 3 weeks. That leads to the formation of the disubstituted compound. Okay, that leads to the disubstituted compound. Okay, we are having the same mechanism. Okay, the first step is the benzyl peroxide. Okay, undergoes the cleavage. We can get the benzoyl radical. Okay, benzoyl radical gives the nucleophilic addition. Okay, here we can, the first step is the dibenzyl peroxide undergoes the cleavage on heating at 350 degrees centigrade. We can get the formation of the PHCOO radical. There are the two radicals are formed. We can simply write as the 2-benzyl-O radical. Okay, next step is the addition on the furan ring system followed by the elimination. You can get the monosubstitute derivative. That monosubstitute derivative further undergoes the addition and the elimination at the another alpha position. We can get the disubstituted compound. Okay, you can easily complete that reaction. Instead of nitrogen, there will be the oxygen. Okay, complete that mechanism later on. Consider the next example. Suppose the reaction of there is an A thiophene is carried out with the dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, the reaction is carried out with the dibenzyl peroxide. We can leads to the formation of the 2-phenyl thiophene. 2-phenyl thiophene gives the dithiophene derivative. Okay, gives the dithiophene derivative. Maybe at the second position or maybe at the third position. Okay, consider the reaction. We can obtain the different product as the thiophene is a stable compound. Okay, it gives having a less reactivity. Therefore, the reaction can having a sufficient time to undergoes a number of reactions. We can get the 2-phenyl thiophene, diphenyl thiophene, or there is an A thiophene dimerization at the third position. Now consider the mechanism. Consider the mechanism. In the first step, dibenzyl peroxide. Okay, the dibenzyl peroxide. This dibenzyl peroxide in the first step undergoes an A cleavage of the oxygen-oxygen covalent bond, which is a weak bond. We can leads to the formation of 2 benzyl radicals. Okay, the 2 benzyl radicals. In the next step, these benzyl radicals are easily undergoes an A homolytic cleavage of this carbon-phenyl bond. Okay, the carbon-phenyl bond with the carbonyl carbon. Okay, with the carbonyl carbon leads to the formation of the phenyl radical plus give the loss of CO2, gives an A decarboxylation. Okay, gives an A decarboxylation by the simple straightforward reaction. The first step is the homolytic cleavage. Next step we can get the benzyl radical. That benzyl radical undergoes the decarboxylation, gives the loss of CO2. Okay, loss of CO2 that leads to the formation of. Okay, that leads to the formation of the phenyl radical, plus there is an a loss of CO2. Loss of CO2. Consider the next step. Okay, the next step. In next step, there is an a thiophene. Okay, thiophene. That thiophene, which is having a 2 electron pair, at the second position, the reaction is carried out with the benzyl radical. Okay, the benzyl radical. If this benzyl radical gives the abstraction of this hydrogen, okay, the abstraction of hydrogen gives the radical at the second position. Okay, gives the radical at the second position, which is having the double bond radical. Okay, this radical may be interact with an a phenyl radical, which is formed in the secondary process, undergoes an a dimerization. We can leads to the formation of the 2-phenyl thiophene. Okay, that leads to the formation of the 2-phenyl thiophene. Okay, the 2-phenyl thiophene. There may be the possibility that this 2-thiophene radical, okay, the 2-thiophene radical, this 2-thiophene radical itself undergoes the self-dimerization. Okay, these 2-thiophene radicals may undergoes an a self-dimerization. Okay, both is an radical at the second position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Undergoes the self-dimerization. We can get the dithiophene derivative. That is the second product. Okay, that we obtain the second product. Okay, consider the next possibility. In maybe there is an a thiophene. Okay, thiophene. The abstraction of proton by the benzyl radical. Okay, the benzyl radical takes place at the third position instead of the second position. The abstraction of proton takes place from the third position. We can give the loss of benzoic acid, plus there is an a radical formation takes place at the third position. We can get the radical at the third position. In the next step, this thiophene radical at the second position, okay, the second position is interact with an a thiophene radical at an a third position. The third position gives an a cross dimerization. Gives an a cross dimerization. As it leads to the cross dimerization, that leads to the formation of the third product. Okay, that leads to the formation of the third product. Okay, simply the straightforward reactions. Carried out the reaction with an a benzyl dibenzyl peroxide. Give the dibenzyl peroxide, undergoes the cleavage. That is a primary process. The weak oxygen bond undergoes the cleavage. In the next step, whatever the benzyl radical get formed, that benzyl radical undergoes the secondary reaction, gives a decarboxylation, gives a phenyl radical. Okay, the phenyl radical. This benzyl radical gives the abstraction of the hydrogen from the second position or the third position. The second position or the third position gives the radical at the second position or the third position. If the radical form at the second position, that undergoes the reaction with an dimerization with the phenyl radical, we get the 2-phenyl thiophene derivative. The 2-phenyl thiophene derivative. When the two radicals, okay, the two radicals at the second position undergoes the self-dimerization, we can get the second product, that is 16%. The 16%. There may be the possibility that the radical form at the third position undergoes the dimerization with the radical form at the second position, gives the cross dimerization. We can obtain the third product, that is the 18%. That is the 18%. All this about there is an this reaction gives the formation of the three different products. The first is a 2-phenylthiophene is a 23%. This self-dimerization is 16%. The cross dimerization is the 18%. Are you completed up to this? Are you completed up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, consider the next reaction. Consider the next reaction. Suppose the reaction of 2-methylthiophene is carried out with the NBS with CCl4 carbon tetrachloride. On heating, that we can observe the side chain reactivity. We can get the bromination in the side chain, plus we can observe the bromination in the 5-membered thiophene ring system. The 5-membered thiophene ring system. When the reaction takes place at the thiophene ring system, it is simple. Okay, it is a simple electrophilic substitution reaction at the second position. Okay, consider the reaction. When the reaction takes place in the thiophene ring system, the reaction takes place with the NBS. In the last lecture, we can see the structure of NBS, that is the N-bromosuccinimide. Okay, what is the name of this compound? Is the N-bromosuccinimide. Undergoes a normal electrophilic substitution reaction, gives a displacement. We can get the S double bond plus charge on the sulfur atom, as it is lone pair get involved. We are having the BRH plus this N minus succinimido anion, gives the abstraction of proton, gives the aromatization of the thiophene ring system. We can leads to the formation of CH3Br. Okay, the simple electrophilic substitution reaction is observed when we carried out the reaction with an N-bromosuccinimide. Okay, but there may be the possibility that in presence of CCl4, okay, the CCl4, it observe the side chain reactivity. Okay, we can observe the side chain reactivity in CCl4. On heating, gives the formation of the succinimido radical. Okay, gives the formation of the succinimido radical plus the bromine radical in presence of CCl4. Okay, that is the second type of mechanism. Maybe there is an cleavage takes place with the NBr. Okay, the NBr gives the succinimido radical plus the bromine radical. Okay, in the next step, this succinimido radical, okay, the succinimido radical gives the abstraction of proton from the methyl group. Okay, it is similar to that of the benzylic group. Okay, the benzylic group gives the abstraction of proton, gives the formation of the benzylic radical, gives the formation of the succinimide. Okay, gives the formation of the succinimide, plus we can get a benzylic radical, CH2 radical. Next step, this CH2 radical is interact with the bromine radical. We can observe the free radical bromination on the side chain of the thiophene ring system. The thiophene ring system. Same type of reactivity can be observed when the reaction of the toluene. Okay, the reaction of toluene is carried out with the NBS in presence of CCl4. We can observe the side chain reactivity. We can get the CH2Br. Okay, the similar reaction takes place with the thiophene. The first step is the cleavage. Okay, first step is the cleavage of the N-bromosuccinimide. Maybe there is another catalyst are employed to give the formation of the succinimide radical plus the bromine radical. Next step is the abstraction of the hydrogen from the benzylic position. We know the thiophene is the aromatic ring system. Okay, the CH3 group is at the benzylic position, which gives the abstraction of the hydrogen. We can get a CH2 radical. In the next step, the CH2 radical is combined with the bromine radical. We can observe the side chain reactivity. The bromination takes place in the side chain. Okay, all these about there is an furan pyrrole and the thiophene. The introductory part. Okay, then there is an synthesis, their properties of the furan pyrrole and the thiophene. Okay, we can see about their synthesis of these compounds. Okay, the synthesis of these compounds. Then we can consider about there is an the reactions of the furan pyrrole and thiophene. We can consider the electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, the nucleophilic substitution reaction, the free radical reactions, of the furan pyrrole and the thiophene.